Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, Cleveland, Ohio, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed, and that means we are set for football at Huntington Bank Field. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns. On the visitors' sideline, Steeler head coach Mike Tomlin. His guys losers a week ago trying to turn things around here. Across from him, Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. Able to avoid him. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
He's got him in, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Ball on the 27. Here's second and a yard. Throwing is Rodgers. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Tough spot here, third down and 11. Throwing now is Rodgers. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
A 45-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. And at quarterback, longtime signal caller in the National Football League, former Super Bowl MVP Joe Flacco.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I loaded that because he had 3 touchdown passes. So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Third down and 6.
David Njoku. A 1-yard gain.
Here's Flacco. And he'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Browns first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up the field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit. Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Here are the key inactives for this one, Charles, and as you get towards the latter stages of the season, you hope that this is a clean graphic with no names, but well, that's hard to do in the NFL.
Yeah, there's almost no way you think it's going to be like that. It's just a matter of what names.
Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Sheds off the tackle. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the play. And a Steeler first down.
And if his coaches are correct, we're going to see a lot more runs like that from this young rookie going forward.
And you know, slapping each other on the back up in the booths right now? The scouting department, because they really recommended this guy highly, and he's justifying their faith in him.
From the 20, here's a second down and 9.
Brings up second and 9 at the 20-yard line.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Screenplay, Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Now it's Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's good for the Browns. First down.
Here's Flacco. Right back to Njoku. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
That's another Browns first down.
A give up the middle, Judkins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
12 at the Steelers' 37-yard line.
Now Flacco. Finding Hardman here over the middle. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
To pass, Flacco. He'll try and do this himself. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on fourth. They'll try it now with Judkins. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on fourth down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
To throw is Rodgers. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now Rodgers. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Rodgers. That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 60. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and 1, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Flacco checks it down to Judkins. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
It's a gain of 3.
Flacco looks to throw. Setting up a screen for Judkins. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting set for their next drive. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Rodgers now to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
It's a gain of 52 yards. That's good for us Steelers.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Calvin Austin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers add 6 to their lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes our score 17-0.
Chris
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Dances by him. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Passing play, Flacco. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Flacco. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside of the 20 at the 19. Derek Harmon breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Flacco. This will be caught at about the 6. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 3rd down, Flacco from the gun. Touchdown, Browns! Njoku from 4 yards out. And the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting ready to go back to work. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
He finds Austin complete. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
First down.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers again now. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Hope you're all having a very happy holiday season as we run through these final few games of the calendar year 2025. Here are the highlights. Our tour around the NFL starts now at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. The Bengals at home to take on the Arizona Cardinals. And this is Jamar Chase. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. From there, we go to SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Let's check in on the Chargers as they host the Houston Texans. And it's the rookie first-round draft pick, Omarion Hampton. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. The Chargers go on to take it. They win by 13. One more to bring you, and it's from the nation's capital. It's the Commanders taking on the Cowboys. And this is George Pickens. He's going to look this one in, and he'll take it from there. 58 yards for the score. The Cowboys get it done within the division as they come away with the victory. With that, we'll show you the playoff picture in the NFC. Still lots to be decided as we speed towards a conclusion next week. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. Fights through him. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Boy, shifts past him. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the zone read, this is Judkins. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And now as we get toward the home stretch here, the regular season, Charles, let's take a look at the list of key inactives for them in this one.
Yeah, and after almost a full season of physical games, you know you're going to have some guys missing during the final weeks of the season. Nature of how we play this sport. Every team, you've got to be prepared to handle them. And the teams that focus on handling it, focus on guys getting ready to play, even if they're not starters, those are the ones that weather the storm.
Here's Flacco. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward, has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. A good kick, 49 yards. Just 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense and their running back Jaylen Warren headed back onto the field. And we give you a look there at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns. You can see he's second best amongst NFL running backs at this point in the season. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
Running left, it's Warren. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Steelers first down.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
The tackle made.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He finds his target, Beckham. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line.
First down.
Warren and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Flacco from the gun. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Alex Highsmith with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now it's Rodgers. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 39. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
First down. 24 yards.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Shotgun now for Rodgers. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
A gain of 15.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
That's another Steelers first down.
Warren. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. That's caught right side. It's Warren. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Warren, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Kickoff for Pittsburgh.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Browns drive about to get started. Now Flacco. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. Setting up to throw, Flacco. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First down.
They go pass again with Flacco. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
That's another Browns first down.
On first down, here's Jenkins. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Flacco from midfield. Oh, and that is incomplete. The offense on third down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Derek Harmon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Well, give them credit. They're going to stay and fight this out to the end. 4th down, you've got to go for it. And they not only convert, but pick up some good yardage as well.
Checks it down to Jenkins. Now 2nd and 9.
He's out of bounds at the 11-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up
Flacco looks to throw. Setting up a screen for Jenkins. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Cameron Hayward picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that. They finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. Still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it brings up 3rd down.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Flacco. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he's taken down inside the 30.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for a Browns first
from the
down.
gun. Flacco. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
35-yard line.
Jenkins going to run it out of the gun. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And that's going to be incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. From the gun, it's Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man and try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Coverage by Joey Porter Jr.
They'll give it to Jenkins. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Kevin Tyndall on the stop. A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down.
Passing play. Flacco. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
A gain of 6 yards.
Here we go. 4th down, 4th quarter. Flacco. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's going to let it fly. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Down the left sideline. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. I suppose it wasn't out of the realm of possibility that we could have seen a comeback, but that touchdown should put any hopes of a comeback out of reach. It's been a really quality effort for them here in this one.
And no matter what else you think, you have to admire the initiative to finish things off their way. Don't leave anything to chance, no matter how small the odds of a comeback were. Send it home with a touchdown and get to celebrating.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Able to slither by. The Browns offense trotting back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Second and 10.
An inside run with Jenkins. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Now it's Flacco. No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. Pass caught. He's got Tillman. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And the Browns first down.
Flacco fakes the give. Sets to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Steelers, they get an all-important 10th win to move them to 10-6 with 1 week to go. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.